Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z coming at you with a Warcraft 3 audio commentary. This time around we got a game between... Oh wait a second, this was the wrong replay.
Stand ready. मैं आ रही हूँ, मैं इसको ले रही हूँ।
Okay, that's taken care of. Time to start this. Gonna have to pull my phone. There we go. So let's start. Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z. Welcome to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. This time around we got a 2 vs 2 on Turtle Rock. This game is a replay picked up from warcraft3.info. It's a pretty good site, and these overlays are provided by, what was the name again, W3 Booster or WC3booster.com. And it's not that well in 2v2s, but it does give you the names of the people. So on the bottom right side of this map we got Scut spawning as the yellow undead. You know what, we're gonna actually have to change the team colors because this makes life a lot easier. And sadly we don't really have any referees in this game, so we're gonna just gonna have to, yeah, the Reforged did this, by the way. Blizzard, you gotta fix this. You can't click on them, and you gotta find them at the very bottom or something. So we got Scut and Thorzane spawning at the bottom right. Scut is undead and Thorzane is human. We're gonna call this team blue. Thorzane opening up with an Archmage, pretty standard, and Scut going for the delayed altar build, which is very popular among the undead players. Against them is Viz, who is also known as Guess, spawning as the red Nidal player, going with the KOTG, and Ancient of Wonder. There's no Ancient of War over there for the Nidal player. And on this side, Guess's ally would be Kurko. So Curso maybe, Curso or Kurko. We're gonna call him Curso for now. Spawning as the red undead, going for Death Knight opening. Death Knight coming in on this side as well. That is slightly delayed, of course, because of the build, naturally. Thorzane walling off one side and keeping the other side open. Has not dropped the third farm yet. Spawning this militiaman, and he will be going for some power creeping on this green camp here. Going after the bigger camp first. Wisp is going to stay there, going to be useful in scouting. Death Knight is out, and what do we have here? It appears that the Death Knight is directly going in for some harassment. He did pick up the Rod on Necromancy, although did not get any kind of skeleton warriors back from the base. It's also a good idea to pick up some skeleton warriors back at the base, so while until you reach your opponent, you can actually, you know, your Rod on Necromancy will likely time out. Cooldown is what I mean. It will likely cool down, and you should be able to get the second set of skeleton warriors while you get to the enemy's base. We have Team Red trying to apply some pressure here with KOTG and Death Knight. Footman now going to scare them off away. Death Knight is ready for Team Blue. Female Death Knight with the purple lipstick. Very questionable decisions by Blizzard. Going in for the green camp. KOTG went in there for some momentary hesitation, did not deal any much damage, but did give Team Red enough information to go in there and try to deal some damage, and we got some delays over here for whatever reason. I mean, this is kind of unnatural though. I'll have to look up as to why this is happening. Death Coil on that feed, gonna save it away, and well, these fiends will return back to the army. Setting up the Cloak of Shadows. which is rather far more useful than it would used to be before a few years ago, because now you can even hide during daytime. But I guess you don't really need it on a hero like the Death Knight. Although it would be good to have it nonetheless. Skeleton Warrior being picked up, and Death Coil on that Wisp. Keeper of the Grove is in quite a tight position. Archmage going in. Archmage gonna try and get a body block over there, and it did actually, but Team Blue choosing to back out. It appears that if Scud would have followed Thorzane, they would have actually done pretty well, and they may have been able to, I don't know, kill the Keeper of the Grove. Not really sure about that. Both of them choosing to creep at this orange camp, getting the Death Knight to level 2 at least. Archmage will follow. Yes, the Archmage will follow. So they get their respective auras. Brilliance and Unholy. Both of them will be giving them some nice bonus mana regeneration and HP regeneration plus speed. Now they're going to call up this camp here, which I call the most important camp on this particular camp. This particular map is what I mean. Sorry, because when to kill this Ogre Magi, the spot, the Sentry Ward, the Watcher Ward, this is oh so necessary. The Watcher Ward is so important to get on this map. It gives you so much intel throughout the game. So you have Team Blue has this Watcher Ward. Team Red may want to pick that up on that side, and yeah, that's exactly what the Undead Army of Team Red is doing. They did. Team Blue continues to creep at this expansion point, the natural expansion for Scud, but Viz, or rather Guess, is continuing to harass them, going after the Archmage rather. Should try to get a Jack, but did not, as Scud death coiled the Gargantuan Turtle in order to get the kill. That is a Gargantuan Turtle, right? Gonna have to check that. Yeah, it is a Gargantuan Turtle. Death Knight going in towards the tavern. Is he gonna buy a tavern hero? I guess he is. And he bought the hero that comes from the darkness of the pit. It is the Pit Lord, which is going to offer a super bulky defensive sort of a gameplay over here. We got Fiends in here. Huntress is going in. Entangled Root on that Rifleman, and that Rifleman gets picked off. There's a lot of Fiends up here. One more Fiend. One more target rather for the Entangling Root. A lot of things going on. Howl of Death, Dust of Appearance. One more Fiend being picked off, or rather, I think that was the first Fiend. I'm sorry. One Rifleman, one Fiend, one Huntress, and one Fiend for Team Red. So, if I'm not incorrect, I mean, these are 4 corpses from what I understand. I don't think there are more than 4. And looking at the 4 corpses, I would say that all 4 players lost 1 unit each. I saw a Huntress die, I saw a red Fiend die, I saw a blue Fiend die, and also saw a Rifleman get picked off. So technically, they're all even. Looking at the items, Pit Lord got a Prept of Vitality. That's pretty good for the Pit Lord, looking at it already being a big meat shield. And of course you have the Death Knight giving it the aura and the Death Coil heals at any point of time. Mountain King nearing level 2. Gonna be level 2 after they try to creep this camp out. Archmage is already level 3 though, and I'm kind of questioning Thorzane's decision here in trying to creep this red camp out as Team Red approaches the side, and this is because of the Sentry Ward. The Sentry Ward gave off the location, and a forced TP coming in for Team Blue. They did try to kill a few units before going back though. There was a thunderclap here, and this belongs to Scud? No, this doesn't belong to Scud. This belongs to Team Red. This belongs to Purso. So now Team Red is going to pick up the pieces at this red camp here, while Team Blue actually went in for this side, and that Pit Lord was dangerously close to dying to the creeps over there as the Death Knight launched the Death Coil in. Now you gotta be careful at these spots right now. I mean, super careful. You're getting your hero below 100 HP. If your enemy is lurking anywhere nearby, and if your enemy happens to be something like a Mountain King or a Death Knight, you're done. Death Coil or Stormbolt and you're done. You gotta be careful, man, with these things. And I think it will be a better option to pick this up first, but it's gonna wait up till the last point, getting the Pit Lord to level 3, so that Red Camp did help manage get them to level 3. And what do we have here? The Mountain King also reaching level 3. It appears that they crept out this camp here. Mountain King was already at level 2, I believe, when they approached that camp. At least it was like one experience remaining to get to level 2. I'm not sure if they were successful in doing so though. And what are the buttons, by the way? Not these. Not these. Not these. Not these. Not these. Not even these. I give up. I'm not gonna try that again. We got this lone footman being entangled, and that's gonna be murdered. It was probably out to scout around a bit, I guess. And we got some scout skeleton warriors coming in as well, as Team Red continues to creep more and more. Now clearing out their expansion locations and scout skeleton warrior. You lose those things, but then again they give you so much important information. They know at least that Team Red is not expanding in their natural location, but what they don't know now is that Team Red actually is expanding. Guest did send out a Tree of Life towards the very corner, so even if you're able to reach here and you don't even like manage to see the gold mine, because sometimes players tend to do that in haste, and in tense games like these, like, you have to be really careful. So if you actually do that, which I don't know, we may see one of the players doing that right now. Now here's the thing that I don't kind of agree on. I saw one of those owl birds here. Where did the owl bird go? I think the owl bird on the tree. Oh, it's here. So yeah, this is like important information. They were only there for so much time, but oh, they got dispelled. Oh, so that's what happened. Something that I did not pick up over there. Team Blue dispelling away the owl birds on the trees. Nice, very nice. And oh, we have. I saw you too. I hope Blue wins. We got Murphy on the chat. Hey Murphy, took me some time to actually check out. Okay, what has Murphy written? As we don't have a battle yet though. Oh, we're gonna have a battle right away though. I'm gonna read your comments, man. I'm gonna read your stream chat real soon. As soon as we have sort of a stalemate going on. I wouldn't call this a stalemate, I would call this the silence before the storm, as both of the armies are pretty near each other. The undead army is rather far away, and what do we have here? Oh, the elemental dolls detect that red Tree of Life. So no more secret expansions for Team Red. Okay. Murphy says it's probably over. Blue is superior. I wouldn't call it a victory just yet. There are a lot of huntresses here. They have +1 attack and +1 defense, and apart from that, the undead army, they're already tier 3. They already have Lich. They already have Crypt Lord, and all 3 heroes are level 3. So these things matter, man. These things matter in Warcraft. And what do we have here? Somebody's pointing here, but I don't really know what's up going on. Murphy says blue is the best color. It's the color of my bed sheets. Good to know. Some more scout owls coming in on the trees. Team Blue can easily dispel them. There we go. Dispelled away. Uh-oh! An engagement! Team Blue is gonna be sandwiched! This is not what Team Blue wanted. So currently both of them are fighting separately. This is definitely not what they wanted. And although they are not doing that bad either. Spike attack, I need to know the name of that attack, man. And oh no, this is looking really bad. Undead army is completely eating away on the blue units. Here comes the undead army of blue for the rescue. Uh-oh, Mountain King! Potion of lesser invulnerability. And potion of healing as well, it appears. But it's gonna TP out, but it's gonna be successful in doing so. Yes, it is. That leaves behind Scud. Scud is alone, but Scud got the majority of the huntresses. Only got 4 huntresses remaining, and they're gonna die real easily up there. And KOTG now TPing away, and they should actually attack the huntresses and pick them off. They're really super weak. And oh, that's my mistake actually. That was my mistake. Team Red is still here. Team Red came in for the rescue, and Team Blue is the one that needed to back out away. So what we have over here right now is a situation where Team Blue won one of the fights and Team Red won one of the fights, where both of the fights were on a different location. Sort of a 1v1 action going on in 2v2, and there we go, Unholy Frenzy on that Pit Lord, cleave attack is gonna be super useful. That Death Knight is surrounded. Death Knight trapped, forced to use a TP, and yeah, Torzane should back out to the base at this juncture right now. And ooh, it's an Orb of Corruption on that Archmage. Super nice. That's gonna be super useful in helping chip away units with those riflemen. I'm gonna have to go the units like real quick. How do I do that, man? This little Blizzard has just made it so difficult. And what are the hotkeys for this? Damn, it's gonna be really difficult. No, blue is better, you win, says Murphy. Anyways, we're gonna go back on what Murphy was saying. I saw you too. I hope blue wins. It's the best color because it's the color of the clouds. Red can't win. Red is the a superior color like blue. The button is Z. Stormy, will you marry me? I like owls, they're cool. I don't know why would you want to propose me in the stream chat. But anyways, I'm already married. Just FYI. We got Nidal player expanding on both of the natural expansions for red. And one of them is going to be detected by Team Blue. Team Blue's army coming in. This expansion is definitely going to be cancelled. We got a lot of abominations on the field for Team Red. And it's really difficult to say who's going to come ahead of this one. I would say that Team Blue has a lot of firepower here. And Murphy says, lol, you're so funny. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. No more attack upgrades for Team Red on the Huntresses. We only got a Tree of Life. Okay, so it appears that Team Red never went ahead from Tier 1 for the Nidal player, while the Undead player went all in Tier 3. And I mean, this is something that may affect the game for a very long time right now, because this is late game. You definitely need something tier 2ish, if not a second hero, if not some upgrades on those Huntresses. And we got a major battle going on here. The Huntresses are falling one by one, and on the top side of the battle here, Team Red is dominating with those abominations, going to dig deep in, and spike attack on those blue heroes. Lich gets taken out by Team Red, while all the other heroes are alive. Team Blue Lich has been killed, militiamen being pulled in, and all of the Huntresses have already been picked off for Team Red over here. And right now, Team Red's abominations are getting low. This is not looking good. Level 4 on that Pit Lord. TP. Force TP, and what do we have here? DJT Boss GR says hi, how are you doing? Good to see you on the stream. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability being picked up by the Archmage. Scroll of Healing is there in the inventory. Potion of Healing on the Mountain King. Maybe you want to pass away the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability on the Mountain King as well, since you already have one item, which is a TP that can save you. Expansion up and ready for Guess. And Team Red coming in, gonna attack that Skeleton Warrior. It's only offering as a scout, just to check up whether we have any expansions coming in. No expansions, of course. And ooh, so basically what Guess is doing is he's gonna try and expand at every possible location over there. And we already have an expansion for Scud ready here for Team Blue, and once again a full army. This is definitely a 50 plus food army for Team Blue Human. For Team Blue Undead, no, not yet. They're probably getting close though. We got some Necromancers coming in. And by the way, Necromancers have like advanced master training. They can actually use Cripple. It doesn't give you the spell anymore. I forgot the order actually. Earlier it was different, and they kind of changed it during one of the things. So Unholy Frenzy being cast on that Pit Lord, and wasn't Unholy Frenzy changed a bit? Yeah, it was changed a bit. You had to like cast it on one of the Skeleton Warriors or something on the middle, and then it would die and give everything around a Unholy Frenzy, something like that. I gotta check that up, man. And we got Team Undead Blue going in for the assault on the Nidal, and on the other side we got Team Red Undead coming in, and Team Red Undead is completely going to walk over these human units, if you ask me. There's definitely not enough firepower here to sustain against this kind of an undead army. The Mountain King is doing all it can, but it's so low! Oh my goodness, did it survive? No, it did not. The Mountain King died after it TP'd back to the base. So basically the projectile that actually traveled did hit, but at the very last moment when it was dying, it just TP'd back. That was really sad for Team Blue. More fiends being picked up for Team Blue. Huntresses being called in. Archers. I mean, archers and huntresses, man. I mean, they're tier 1, but they can actually get the job done at times. Are they actually going to do the job this time? I can't say. They're getting pretty low. Entangling Root on that Pit Lord. Team Red forcing the Blue Human to get away from that fight, and now going in for the assault on Team Blue's Undead. Entangling Root is going to be super useful here. And now the funny thing I would want to point out over here is that Team Red's heroes are leveled up. All 3 heroes are leveled up. Team Red's Undead. But Team Red's Nidal only has like level 3 KRTG. That's super bad actually. Lich being targeted. Lich surrounded. Death coiled once, but will not be able to death coil for the second time. And then it's going to TP away because it cannot sustain an assault by 2 armies at the same time, from what I understand. Team Red, KOTG gonna return back to the base and continue mass production of the stuff it was producing. The gold mine, the initial gold mines are about to expire for all players. Now is the time when they gotta expand and defend their expansions. If they don't manage to defend their expansions, well, it's not gonna end out well for them. Blue Undead. Okay, the expansion was detected and now he's going in. Blue Undead is going in for the assault. Unless until guess the Red Nidal player has to say something about it. Planting in some sentry owls and then going in. I mean, looking at the army size, you really can't do much about it. Yeah, this is like all you can do if the Undead player allows it, which the Undead player did allow right now. If he didn't allow that, that wouldn't have been possible. The Red Undead tried to ransack this expansion, but Blue Human managed to save it. Blizzard being retrained over there on the Archmage, and the gold mines are collapsing. The main gold mines are collapsing one by one. Oh my goodness, Guess is trying to mass repair this Tree of Life, but that is not going to work out. This is not looking good for Team Red. Team Red once again on the assault with a lot of those abominations, but I guess it is not going to be enough for Blue Human to be able to sustain a push against these many abominations. That are too many abominations. You got 2 strength type heroes, Death Knight and that Crypt Lord, and also you got the Devastating Lich at the backside with a plus 24 attack with all of the boost on the attack that it has. This expansion will be taken out, and this expansion was already taken out, but Guess is actually sneakily setting it up again as soon as Team Blue walks out of that area and tries to go and save their own expansion. Okay, it appears that Team Red managed to kill the building defending this expansion and the Acolytes, or it just managed to pull away the Acolytes. But this expansion is still up and running. It is still there, and Team Blue is gonna do just fine over there from what I understand. Team Red right now does not have any... Oh, wait a second, I'm wrong. Team Red actually managed to set up an expansion here during the meantime. So right now, Red Undead has no expansion, no gold supply. So Red Night Elf is gonna have to supply him with all the gold that he needs. But does he really need gold when you have that many units? Both of the armies gonna meet in the middle once again. Wisp detonating. Oh no! Mountain King lost all the HP, but it has a potion of mana. Spike attack by that Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord is being stomped. Surrounded him, but Death Coil saved. Uh-oh, Lich is surrounded. Lich can be Death Coiled. One more Death Coil on that Death Knight, but that's just it. That's just one more Death Coil. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Pit Lord is... Oh my god, Pit Lord is so low. This is a rather difficult game to comment on from what I understand. Oh my goodness, just look at those Huntresses. The Huntresses get destroyed one by one. And right now... Oh, nice Frost Nova. Team Red is actually getting ahead, surprisingly.
Expansion was saved. Team Blue setting. Oh, so Team Blue managed to set up an expansion on this side as well. That's good. Nobody going up there though. And now Team Red Undead coming in to kill all the acolytes here. They're not being pulled off. I don't think they can be with that big of an army surrounding them. And now they're going to attempt to destroy this expansion as well. Team Blue gonna try and defend this side of the expansion, and I don't know what happened over there. I saw some weird thing going on. Some weird projectile that I'm not aware of what it was. Acolyte was also sitting there doing nothing for a moment. Nubian Tower being upgraded on the Ziggurat. Level 5 on that Pit Lord, man. I mean, that Pit Lord is super strong right now. It can actually take a beating.
The damned stand ready.
That Pit Lord can take a beating. And, like, you also got Unholy Aura, plus you got whatever items you can take, like Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Plus you got the Death Knight's Death Coil that can heal you all the time. That's a lot of dead units. So currently Team Red has 2 gold mines, well, running in. Scout Acolyte coming in for an expansion. I wouldn't call this a scout, I would call this an expanding Acolyte. It detected the expansion once again set up. Team Blue is actually in a really tight spot right now, because the thing is, Team Blue only has 1 expansion, Team Red has 2, and Team Blue just lost one of the expansions over there. The thing is, I mean, it's gonna be really difficult for retraining anything at this point. The Unholy Frenzy on that Pit Lord going in, the cleave attack is going to do so much damage to those acolytes, and the Fiend as well. Once again, Lich Wings revived, and what do we have here? It appears that Thorzane, the blue human, is gonna attack this expansion here. He's gonna try and take it out like as soon as possible before the red army reaches him. It appears that's what's gonna happen. Oh, Death Knight is low. Death Knight is gonna use TP. He's gonna try and slay the Pit Lord though. Pit Lord does have potion. I mean, it's not gonna work out. And oh no, rest of the army did not manage to go back. This is not looking good. Lich gets picked off. You got a gold supply, but now you can revive your Lich from your altar, or you gotta like pay a heavy price and revive from the tavern. Team Red coming in, attacking this expansion location of Team Blue, unsummoning Team Blue unsummoning that building. Those acolytes are gonna be picked off rather easily. Team Blue does have vision of this though. One thing that you can do is that, yeah, I was about to say that. One thing that you can do is that get that tree walking in and then try to set up an expansion with that tree. And, I mean, why forget that tree? Just call in the other trees as well. This expansion is still up. Team Blue did not manage to take it out. And Red Army coming in. Force keeping away the blue human. Blue Undead is at the already destroyed expansion. May want to set it up again, but now this is a time in Warcraft when you gotta be super careful. You have less resources. Well, basically you have no resources. You don't have any supply, and trying to take an expansion is gonna be a pain because of your opponent constantly scouting gold mines and stuff.
Shadows beckon.
Mountain King is invisible. It appears that he wants to keep the Mountain King invisible and does not want to risk any kind of nuking or an entangling route on that Mountain King, and he's just gonna surprise the enemy like as soon as he sees something go in with the Stormbolt. Uh-oh, here comes the blue army. They're gonna try and ransack this expansion, but what do we have here? Team Red going in for the attack on the human base, and I mean, looking at the army, they can actually kill the human base if they wanted to. Currently, Team Blue has no gold. Team Red had 2 gold mines, now they have 1. Okay, they have another one here already set up and ready. They're gonna go back out for a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if Guess actually sneaks in another Wisp and tries to build in another Tree of Life in there. Sentry owls being placed, and that belongs to this. Watch out, whom does it belong to? Red, or I think it belongs to blue. So I don't think the Archmage is visible here. They're going after the Tree of Ages. Wisp called out. Undead Army is nearby, and Night Army also nearby. They're gonna try and sandwich them. Uh-oh, detonation, detonation, come on, they got detonation, good area, very good area. Detonation, and all of the mana from the Lich has been stealed away. No more spells by that, no more Frost Novas. Blizzard, man, Blizzard is taking out so many units there. Level 5 on the Keeper of the Grove. I have not seen any kind of Forces of Nature yet. I'm not sure if that would be a better idea either. Uh-oh, Blizzard on those Abominations. One Abominations get picked off. Team Red losing more and more units. Level 5 on that Mountain King. Does have enough mana for another Stormbolt! Stormbolt on that Abomination. Team Red forced to TP out, and this expansion is lost for Team Red. And so is all the town centers for Guess or Who, and... Yep. Sorry, Guess or Viz, sorry, Viz. So Guess does not have any more town centers remaining. His base will be revealed within some time in case he doesn't rebuild a town center anywhere real soon. Not looking good for Team Red. Team Blue is pushing in towards a victory. Thing is that Team Red has an expansion. They can retrain some stuff, but they're not gonna win a 2v1 fight if that's what it comes to. Stormbolt on that Crypt Lord, Death Coil, invisibility. Team Red is scared to engage. Too much firepower on Team Blue. We're gonna try and save the base though. Are there any Wisp remaining? Does Team Red have any Wisps remaining? He detonated all the Wisps over his army. Oh, hey, Murphy is back. Howdy, Murphy. Well, to your wish, Team Blue is actually winning, and one of the players does not have any workers remaining for Team Red, so there's no way that he's gonna rebuild any base. He just lost his last unit. Uh-oh, Mountain King being attacked with all the spells over there, but it's gonna manage to escape there. Team Red losing more units. Tanking all the damage with that Pit Lord. That scary big Pit Lord. This story gonna be picked off. Blizzard on ground. Basically on your own army at this point. One more Abomination being picked off for Team Blue. Team Red is just trying to stagger the game. Trying to stagger it for as long as possible. Uh-oh, Blizzard on those Acolytes! All the Acolytes are dead. Stormbolt. A Bash would kill it. KOTG dies. Archmage dies! Difficult to say who's gonna get ahead of this. Level 6 on that Death Knight for Team Blue though. So it's basically Team Red's Undead Army versus Team Blue's Undead Army, but we also got a lot of blue human armies remaining over here. And the thing is that... Oh, wait a second, there was no gold mine for them. So basically... They don't have any income. This is all they have.
Murphy says play H2 after this. I'm gonna be playing H2 a bit later, not right away, but I will be playing that later on. So I mean, currently we have 2 players versus 1. But the thing is, if Curso can hold off this one alone, he can actually. Oh no, Death Knight's gonna die. This is GG. Team Red calls for the GG. So game number 1 goes to Team Red. I'm sorry, Team Blue of Thorzane and Scott, which is also Team Sweden. The other team was Team France. Hope you guys enjoyed this wonderful cast. I will be doing more of these very soon. And Murphy is like, play H after this. Can I drop my H2 replay? I'm the only one watching. I demand an H2 replay. I don't mind, man. You can definitely drop an H2 replay for me. I'll check it out sometime later on. I mean, the only thing is I'm not really a Age of Empires pro or anything. I mean, I don't even know the game that well. I'm just playing it a lot with you guys. How do you do that? Well, you gotta find the replay first, and then you gotta drop it into the Discord replay area. Nah, not a 3-hour game, man. You don't want me to commentate on the first game, my first Age of Empires game, for a 3-hour one. No man, I'm not able to play right now. I got some things ahead of me. I'm gonna see how long the next game is, and then I'm going to sign out. And I'm gonna end the recording for the guys watching on YouTube as a video. And I'll see you guys soon. StarCraft 2 H2. Alright, now game number 2. How do you see the duration? Wow. This says 10 minutes, but this game actually lasts in 22 minutes. So what am I supposed to trust? No, wait a second, that was the wrong. How are they switching positions, man? Come on. It appears I have the same replay. I'm gonna have to check for the other replay. This is a rather shorter game. So we're going to do Scott and Thorzane versus Guess and Curso game number 2 now, which is going to be on Lost Temple. Voice is so soothing. Well, I'm glad you like it, brother. I'm gonna start the YouTube recording. Hey everybody, this is Stormy with the capital Z. Welcome back to another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. We have a 2 versus 2 this time around on Lost Temple. This is game number 2 from a best out of 3 series between Team Sweden and Team France. Team Sweden consists of Thorzane, spawning as the blue human player. We're gonna call this blue. I know this is teal. We're just gonna call it blue for convenience. Team blue and Team red. So Team blue, human player Thorzane, spawning as spawning at the, we'll call it 9 o'clock. Spawning at 6 o'clock, we got Scott, his ally, blue undead. This is Team Sweden, and their opponents are Curso, spawning as red undead on the 3 o'clock position, his ally being the Night Elf Guess or Viz on the 12 o'clock. So it's gonna be undead and Night Elf versus undead and human. And did I say Turtle Rock? This is Lost Temple, I'm sorry. Did I actually say Turtle Rock? I'm not sure. So this replay has been picked up from Warcraft3.info. It's a great website for Warcraft 3 replays. A lot of pro players replays are there and stuff. It's good, it's nice. Apart from that, I have this overlay by W3booster.com. W3 booster or W3 booster, I can't remember the exact one. We got KOTG once again coming in for Guess
on the top, and graveyard done. Altar will be done a bit late on this side, although we got this time Scott also opening up with the late altar. What's going to be the hero? We're going to see that in a bit. Archmage coming in for the human. It's going to be Death Knight for the undead, and up here on the red side is also Death Knight and KOTG. So the first heroes for everybody is going to be the same. And while we have the initial build orders and things coming up, we have Scout Wisp coming in. They're going in for some harassment. I would like to put in some details about my Discord community. We have an amazing Discord community. I will be linking the Discord, the link to it in the description below. You guys can have a look at it. We play nearly daily, and it's mainly based over RTS games. It appears that the human player is going to expand on the natural of the undead, which is actually a really good idea. This is in like this area is between them, and the human players are able to expand like super fast. So I would call this like a really good move. And on a map like this, like Lost Temple, you definitely want to get the expansion of this spot right now, because you have this spot secure, you got your friend's base secure, and also your base is pretty close by to it. Wisp actually spotted over here. It's going to be detecting any kind of movement from this particular area. And what do we have here? Undead going in to clear out its expansion location, and Nidal already setting up an expansion here. Very nice. So we got the human and Nidal player immediately expanding at the pocket area for both of the players, which is pretty good. And both players meeting up in the middle, going to go for some work on these creeps. We gotta find a good name for these creeps. Okay, they're gonna split. They're gonna split and go for separate creeps on their respective sides. While the undead player is still at his expansion, I can see on the minimap. While on this side, we got an idle player coming in, trying to creep some camps on his side. And LT Old Virgin, I guess they just found that this is Lost Temple Old Virgin. But it wouldn't be a problem unless and until their plan was to go for a tavern hero, which I think it may very well be, since the tavern hero is, I mean, I think Blue went for tavern hero last time, Blue Undead, which was super useful to till the end, like super useful till the very end. Blue team detecting the Nidal player. Entangling root coming on that footman. It may get picked off over there. Gotta be careful with that KOTG though. It's gonna be picked off, and good time for the KOTG to back out. And Tudor says Papa! I didn't get it right. I'm gonna get it right later on. Oh! And it's a round coming in on that Death Knight. That surround almost got Blue Death Knight over there. You're gonna have to be really careful, and the middle camp has been pulled. Good move there by Curso, going near the fountain and then having its own units being healed by the fountain while the creeps weren't. And also you gotta have, you gotta be away from the blue army. Blue army is gonna be super annoying. You're gonna be away from it. Knoll Poacher being killed. Archmage in the field, gonna pick up one Skeleton Warrior. Not too great, but not too bad either. Knoll Overseer is kind of stuck between like 4 armies right now, and it's like, get the hell out, this is my home. Poor Knoll Overseer. Actually, Overseers, there are 2 of them. And while I was busy looking at the Overseer, the undead players got a surround on that Death Knight, but it managed to break away. Very nice. Going after the elementals, they give a lot of experience points, and they're slow. They're slower, rather. Tudor says, is it 2v2? Yes, it is a 2v2. It's between Scott Torzane on one side and Curso and Guess on the other. Team Red is Curso and Guess from France. Scott and Torzane are from Sweden. Team Red gonna pick up the pieces here in the middle. And after that, you definitely wanna use that fountain to your advantage. Team Blue going in for some creeping of their own, on the other side, well, on their pocket of the map rather. And Team Red isn't too far away though, but they switched direction. They're gonna go for this laboratory camp. Now, apart from this pocket expansion, you also got this super deep pocket. So, I mean, this being a 2v2, getting that expansion would actually be a really good idea. And while there are scouts that go in there, I mean, it's on this particular map, it's kind of a hassle to actually just even go till that point. So sometimes you would, sometimes players can be rather lazy and not go there to begin with. Well, players are creeping out their camps. We got second hero out for Team Blue, Undead. And, ooh, we got Castle coming in for Team Blue's Human. There is no second hero. There is a second hero, Mountain King, coming in. An engagement, Undead, Red Undead meeting with the Blue Undead, going after those fiends. Frost Nova is probably ready on that Lich, trying to body block that Lich. Will manage to slip away. The Death Knight is there with the Death Coil ready though, and I'm gonna read your comment just in a bit, man. We're having an engagement. You don't want me reading on comments while there's a battle going on. They're gonna try and target the fiends. Fiend nearing 50% HP. One more fiend nearing 50% HP. Frost Nova on this one. Death Coil heals it away. Here comes an idol coming in. He's gonna join the fray. Mountain King! Stormbolt and stunned to death. Those units are super weak though. Scroll of Regeneration, and this is stalemate, so we can talk about some replay chat, or rather stream chat. Tudor says, I was thinking, and my phone hanged out, I was thinking it's you who plays and you picked Undead. I was surprised. Nah man, it's a replay. Death Coil on that Ogre Warlord, pulling them away, but oh, Nidal player is there to jack him, but the thing is, yeah, Undead player was away, but Undead player is here now. We're gonna have that Huntress is super weak, but it's not gonna die anytime soon. Footman using Defend, that's gonna return some damage and reduce some damage as well. I mean, it's taking so long for them to actually kill that Huntress though. I mean, Huntresses are so strong against Footmen. You can see that 2 Huntresses did get picked off nonetheless, and this creep camp, I guess they managed to kill the big ogre and then they TP'd away. Question would be, did they get the item, and what item was it? Well, we may never know, I guess. Was it the Ankh? I don't know. Maybe it was the Ankh. So we're gonna go with the heroes and items in a bit. We have Thorzane on this side, the blue human, and gonna cast a Stormbolt and kill that Wisp away. Gonna try and creep out his expansion. Now, I don't think either of the players have scouted out their opponent's expansions, and I guess they're just assuming that the pocket definitely has the expansion. Like, they don't even have a question about it. Archmage now falling back a bit to give experience to the Mountain King. Mountain King will soak up the experience alone. This is something players should do like a lot, which they don't do at times. That is kind of a bad thing. Uh-oh, blue army heading in towards the Undead players' inner side of the base, but Undead player will manage to intercept and force the TP for blue Undead. So yeah, we're going over the items a bit. Archmage over here, and oh, we already got knights coming in for Thorzane, the blue human. Castle is ready, and what do we have here? Ooh, knights and flying machines. A rather weird combo, but it'll work. Knight will take care of everything on the ground, and those flying machines will take care of everything in the air. But I don't know if he's going for mass of them. He is sending one scout flying machine towards the enemy base, though. He already has one over there, though. They're gonna scout around a bit and give some important intel. At the shop, Archmage has TP, Rings of Protection +3, Staff of Sanctuary, which is a better staff of... oh my god, I even forget about Preservance? Staff of Preservance, I think that's what the name is. Currently he traded a few items with the Mountain King, has a Gloves of Haste as well. Mountain King of Thorzane has Gloves of Haste, Potion of mana, Scroll of Healing, Ankh, Rings of Protection +3, and the Talisman of Evasion. Paladin has Scroll of Healing and Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. On the Undead side, Undead just got himself a nice Crypt Lord. And okay, as I was speaking to you guys about players being lazy and not checking this pocket area for expansions, players would definitely not check out this area of the expansion, this Granite Golem Dragon Camp, which Blue Undead is currently creeping out, which he actually made a Zeppelin for and went in. Currently, looking at the Undead player, he's gonna creep out that camp rather easily. And what do we have here? We may have an engagement coming in for the human player as he's creeping out this green camp altogether with everything. Uh-oh! Mountain Giants and the entire Undead army. This is not looking good. TPing away. Managed to TP out easily. This expansion camp has been crept out for Blue Undead. And did he creep it for the expansion, or did he just creep it for items and experience? Well, it's always good to expand later on, and yeah, this pocket expansion. Undead has an expansion here. He may expand on that location as well later on. It would be rather useful, looking at how well the last game went. It should be rather useful to do that. Flying machines flying all the way around, giving a lot of intel to Team Blue. And apart from that, I'm not sure if they got Flake Cannon upgrade yet. If they get Flake Cannon, they're gonna deal a lot of damage to those flying destroyers, I guess. They're just destroyers right now. Night Elf has not made any kind of flyers yet. Well, we got an army of knights with the newly upgraded, what is this attack called again? I forgot about this attack's name. This attack upgrade, which gives you this shiny thing. I completely forgot about the name of that. And he dropped the Gloves of Haze, and an engagement! Spike attack on those undead units. They're gonna TP away. Gonna try and pick out that abomination! Successfully! Nice! They're gonna go and try to destroy this expansion after this one. Now, since we have this game going on, human player is currently sitting at 58 food and Undead player is currently at 53 for Team Blue. And if you look at Team Red, I'm gonna have to go to the bases to check up. Uh-oh, Mountain Giants being summoned in, and oh, there are so many of those gyrocopters. They're gonna make short work of those destroyers. And it appears that they do have Flake Cannon upgrade. Or maybe not. Uh-oh, Death Knight for Team Blue getting low. It does have a TP. It's gonna have to TP back away. Can't fight with a low hero. Archmage gonna TP away as well. And I would say that the red army, the Undead and Night Elf, managed to overwhelm the human player. And what do we have here? Oh, the guess is picking up a rather risky expansion. I mean, this is not an expansion. This is just a way to be super annoying. This is not an expansion. This is just a way to be super annoying and maybe waste a lot of gold as well at the same time, because expanding at the human player's natural, what are you thinking, man? Come on. I'm just being rather annoying with that thing. And we have the red undead player engaging with the blue undead, picking off a few fiends one by one. They got the same hero combo though. This time no Pit Lord. Crypt Lord is actually a really beefy tanky one. And forced TP on that blue Death Knight. It's point worth noting is that he just used a TP just a few minutes ago. Red army is gonna destroy that Tomb of Relics. Tomb of Relics being picked off. We have an engagement up there as well as the blue human meets up with the blue Night Elf. Red Night Elf, and red undead TPing away. He's probably TPing away to the... No, he's TPing back to his own base. That was probably a forced TP. Because if I was in his place, I would have TP'd to the Night Elf place and helped out the human player defend against this push. Helped out the Night Elf player, defend against the human player's push. And however this fight went, I can see like two mountain giants being picked off over here at least. the Nidal player managed to force TP on the Archmage. He's going to use that Staff of Sanctuary. How many of them does he have? He's got 3 Staff of Sanctuaries, man. That is a lot. So, Guess and Curso are going to march once again towards their enemy bases. Scott and Thorzain are right at the doorstep of Thorzain's base. Okay, Thorzain actually set up an expansion over there right after he dealt with the Nidal player's annoying expansion. Blue Undead meeting up with the Red Nidal, and here comes the Blue Human as well. Nidal player probably gonna have to TP away from this fight, and maybe I spoke too soon. Curso is here, Red Undead on the field, using some Frost Novas on those Knights. Staff of Sanctuary, man. And so many Death Coils. One more Staff of Sanctuary, but one Knight did get picked off over there to the Red Undead army. Lich is weak. Death Knight, does the Death Knight have, Death Knight definitely has enough mana over there. Priestess of the Moon with that orb. And, the KOTG also has the orb, so you got double orbs. I guess, of course, you can do that since you have double expansions and all. That owl detecting away those burrowed fiends. Lich is kind of surrounded, but it will manage to walk away. A lot of taunts being used over there by those mountain giants, and all of the mountain giants losing their tree advantage. Going to attack in melee, no range. Where's that owl? The owl is there. Fiend gets picked off. We got a fight here as well. Like, we got 2 fights going on, and here comes the Red Undead army. Force TP on the Priestess of the Moon, but the Red Undead army will continue the assault and will continue to cripple the Blue Undead. And what's the Blue Human doing? The Blue Human planning for an assault, it appears. He's going right after the expansion. I mean, looking at the time, I guess your main gold mine will be about to expire right now. Yeah, it's only got like 1,000 gold left. Main gold mine are gonna be expiring real soon. You're gonna have to be careful with those. Here comes them Knights, going after the Tree of Life right away. TP coming in. Nidal Bear is gonna come in, going in, TPing in towards the outer end, going right after the Archmage. Exactly what you want to do, but here the thing is, Archmage gets weak. He has to use the Staff of Sanctuary from another hero. The tree is being repaired by those wisps. A lot of stuff going on. Are those Knights gonna be able to destroy that Tree of Life? They are! And now the human player can TP away. Oh damn, that rallied Knight could not get there in time. And what are these flying machines doing here? Flying machines getting the bomb upgrade. And speaking of being lazy, Thorzain actually went the non-lazy path and did get a scout footman here to try and attack the entangled gold mine, and he did a good job over there. And oh no, and Guess is completely leaving this be. He's just letting those wisps die, and if he finally detects this, he's gonna attack the entangled gold mine again. And gonna go to the item shop, pick up some good items. Undead player has Blue Undead player has 2 expansions. Human player has 1. Human player had 1 here as well, but that got ransacked, and that didn't get ransacked too long ago because you can see the fresh corpses here. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, there's so much action going on all over the map. It's hard to be at one place unless until the battle is on one place, which is going to be the case right now, as those flak cannon flying machines coming in, dealing some damage on those destroyers. And they're trying to hide, heal away, but got stuck with that spike attack by the Clip Lord. They're gonna manage to get away, and I really like this army. of the human player. They got +3 attack on the knights and +3 armor as well. I mean, that is super good. And oh, those flying machines are being attacked. Not good. They're gonna be picked up one by one. He tried to attack those He tried to attack those dryads with them, but they're not gonna be able to do that. And human player got a good surround on those mountain giants. Mountain giants are getting low by the second. Sooner or later, there's gonna be no mountain kings here. Staff of Sanctuary being used. It's really hard to say what's gonna go on. Level 5 on that Archmage. This mountain giant may be picked off. Staff of Sanctuary all over the place by Torzane. Thunderclap. Level 4 on that Mountain King. Crypt Lord surrounded. Crypt Lord gets picked off. There was no mana on the DK, but he did have a potion of healing. A potion of mana. He could have used a potion of mana and propped out a death coil, but regardless of that, the Crypt Lord was surrounded, so it's gonna be difficult. It would have been difficult either ways. Team Blue pushing in hard. Divine Shield by that Paladin. Team Blue pushing in super hard right now. Team Red is in a really bad spot. KOTG, Staff of Preservation. Staff Preservation being used to TP back the KOTG. But what do we have here? Human is actually following the Nightle player. He wants to pick away as many mountain giants as he can, it appears. And he's also trying to follow the dryads using those flying machines. I guess killing weak dryads like this one would be a good idea with those. And there's so many spells going on over here, man. It's really hard to detect. And everything attacking the priestess right now. The only thing using staff, I guess. But do we have a staff on the keeper? Yeah, we have a staff on the keeper. Dryads being picked up by those flying machines.
Our forces are under attack.
Red Undead coming into the fight. But the Blue Undead is at the Red Undead's base. What's going on here? Red Undead actually left his own base and came in to pressure the Blue Human. Blue Human TP'd away, but GG being called. Yeah, I was about to say that the Blue Undead is still at the base, so this game once again goes to Team Sweden, Thorzane and Scott. Well, I'm gonna be off for some time right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the wonderful 2 games. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. And if you guys are available for some gaming, we have a lot of games going on my Discord server. The link to that will also be in the description below. You got Warcraft 3, Age of Empires 2, Dawn of War. A lot of stuff is going on right now. Thank you for watching, and I will take my leave now. Z out.